Hey guys, today I thought I would do a video based on my eBay experience. I wanted to share my story with you in hopes that if you buy something from eBay that you don't get into the same predicament that I did and then you lose money like I did. So before we get into the video, if you are new here, please consider subscribing and make sure you hit that notification bell. So to give you a little background, I buy, as you can see behind me, I buy a lot of things Disney related, and I have bought tons off of eBay. And for the majority of the transactions, they have been very well. As a matter of fact, for quite a while, I was selling things on eBay, kind of got away from that. But that's kind of a side story. So my story is this. I went and I purchased two Disneyland pictures, and I will show them to you. Actually, they're posters, and they're kind of vintage posters, and I liked them. So the total for them was $75. And so I went ahead and paid for them. And here, let's take a look at them right now. So here is the damage that happened in the possession of the post office, and as you can see, it's dented pretty good. I'm sure it looks worse in person than it does here on video, but I will show you the posters now and their damage, and so you can see the actual damage to the posters. So here's the poster. I really did like this picture of Walt Disney outside of one of the stores on Main Street here. But here is the damage that you can see here on these posters. So that's poster number one. So let me show you the second one. Okay, so now you're looking at picture number two. As you can see, it says Disneyland. Above that it says Space Mountain. I kind of got things holding the poster down, so that's why I'm not showing that. But as you can see, there's damage right here in this poster. There's damage here in the picture, and then you come down where Space Mountain is. You can see on the left there's a bunch of damage there, and then there's the corner of it. So as you can see, they were badly damaged by the post office. If you look at the shipping tube, it is damaged quite badly. It's got a gash in it, which affected the two posters that were inside of it. So the first thing I did, like you should do, is I went to the person whom I bought them from and I explained the situation. So the situation was, he did put insurance on it, and that I thought was going to be a good thing. So he paid for insurance. The bad part is that I did send him pictures of it. So he basically told me, you know what, you can get your money back. Just go, and since you have pictures already, go ahead and deal with it, the post office, and they'll give you your money back. The only thing they won't give you back, which he said is kind of too bad, is the cost of the shipping. So at this point, I was ready to eat the cost of shipping, which I shouldn't have even done that. This should cost me $0. The only thing that I did, my mistake was buying these on eBay. And my bigger mistake, aside from that, was to listen to the seller. So the reason why I got into a dilemma as far as with the post office and not getting my money back is this. I went and contacted the post office as the shipper told me to. He told me, he says he's done this before, it's real easy, all that. So I went and submitted the pictures, submitted the cost of it, what I paid on eBay. I just did a screenshot of it. And maybe in the beginning I didn't send them the actual screenshot of the cost. I'm not sure. So anyway, what ended up happening was the post office denied my claim. They denied, and they didn't contact me for about a month. And when you do submit this, you know, because of all that's gone on in the world, you know, they say, oh, it's expected to basically take longer than what it normally would. I mean, I don't know the exact wording, but that was the gist of it. So okay, so I submit this, and now, and the problem with this is that I'm getting concerned about being able to get my money back, because I wasn't sure how long I had with eBay to be able to have the seller give me the money back. So what ended up happening is I submitted my claim, they denied me, and they said you didn't submit enough pictures, or you didn't submit enough information, and you also didn't do the cost of the cost of what they're worth. Okay, so when I ended up getting denied the first time, the post office told me, do not do anything. You can file an appeal, but don't do anything until you get a letter from us, because if you do, it's going to mess things up, basically. So when I got denied the first time, the post office told me that I did not take the items to the post office to be examined, and I did not have sufficient information to prove the worth, what these items were worth. So then I went ahead and I filled out the appeal. I sent them added pictures. I sent them a screenshot that showed what I paid for these pictures, the cost, which was $75. There was free shipping, I believe. So anyway, ended up that's what I sent them, and then get denied again. So basically, once it's been denied, I'm done. So they told me that I needed to provide either a credit card statement or a check or whatever to prove what these pictures cost. So basically, as far as I'm concerned, I'm done, and I've lost $75. And now maybe I should go further with this, but I don't really know what to do. Except I went ahead and I went back to eBay, called them on the phone, talked to them, and eBay said, well, yeah, you could get a refund from the seller. The only problem is that now it's too late. It's too far beyond what the time frame would be for us to give you that. So they said, you can contact him. I did contact him. Of course, he denied it right away. He denied giving me the money back. He knew what the pictures were, and so he denied my claim also. So then, so anyways, eBay says, well, you can go, the only way you can go further with this is kind of internet fraud, and to contact you kind of like with the government agency and internet fraud. And it's like, I'm not going that route. I'm not gonna push it to that level. For one, this really wasn't the seller's fault as far as what happened. The only thing is where that he's a little more to blame, I would say, than me, is all I did is buy the thing. I have no control over what he chooses to ship it in. So that would be the only thing if he put it in another box. But I mean, it's a typical way of shipping posters, is in a shipping tube, so I don't really discount him for anything other than the fact that he told me to go deal with the issue when he should have given me the money back, and you know, then he filed the claim. So the final thing I'll say is that if you buy something off eBay and it gets damaged, go back to the seller. Don't deal with any insurance. That's the seller's issue, not yours. If he needs pictures, send the pictures to the seller, because if not, eBay usually will protect the buyer. At least that's been my experience, and I have bought thousands of things off of eBay. So so I just wanted to share that with you, because I don't want anybody else to get burned like I did. And it was all basically because I listened to the seller, and once I listened to the seller, that the post office was slow. Plus, they never really did give me, I never got an email or anything. Even when I looked in the spam and that, I never did get an email that said go to the post office. So I don't know how I was supposed to know that. I got very poor information, I felt, of what to do, and everything seemed to be done online other than them telling you to go to the post office and show them, which I didn't know that till it was too late. So be careful with eBay out there. It's fun to buy things, and there's a lot of good things to be found on eBay, but don't get burned like I did. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you do put a like and share this with your friends, and we will see you next time, guys. Bye.